Okay, my dad and I went out and we bought everything that we need to put together a tabletop garden. So let's get to it, Mom.
Okay. I'm going to put this table up. This is just a standard folding table. You don't have to use a folding table to do this. We chose it because it's so lightweight and affordable. But if you already have a table, that's perfect. Just use that. All right. So now we need to place these out there.
The important thing about these containers is they're very simple, lightweight, and they have lids. So the lids can work as the holder for the water that drains out from the pots, because you have to have very good drainage on your container. So this works out very easily, and anybody can find these at a local hardware store.
So as you can see, these do not have drip holes already. So this is the only tool that you need to set up the container gardener, and you could probably do this with just a pen or a screwdriver and just punch it through. But we're going to drill it through because we have the technology. And so you want to do it in the low part of the tub. And then we can do another tub here. There we go. All ready.
All right, what next?
Well, next we got to put in the soil and then leach it.
Okay.
All right. So this is my friend Tom. He's in town from out of town. He's going to help us with grabbing the bags of soil.
So what kind of soil, Nick, did you choose?
We chose a organic soil because we didn't want to have all of those synthetic ammonia nitrate chemicals and stuff that some of the bigger companies put in it. So we chose this one by Kellogg because it's all natural.
Also, what is another thing you want to make sure people understand about soil, what not to get?
Well, you definitely don't want to get gardening soil because we're growing in pots here, or tubs as the case may be. You want to make sure that you get potting soil because it's specifically made for container gardens.
Very good. That's pretty good. Good. Okay, if we've done our job correctly, we should look through and see some of the water with the leaching coming through. I think we need a little bit more on that one. I don't see enough water to indicate to me that we've leached.
Yeah, I think we've just saturated the soil. We need to put in another bucket or two so that we really
continue.
Okay, let's go.
So I've placed the seeds here in an approximate idea of where they should go. I'm thinking that the lettuce can go in a nice little row here. We can have some turnips here and this Ford Hook chard, and then we can do a row of carrots. In this one, we're going to do the other chard, and we're going to do the other turnips. We're going to do some more carrots, and then we're going to do some mesclun right here. So that will fill up both of these. Down below, I was going to put the curly parsley in one of these, along with the nasturtiums, which are going to come up and go over the edge. Put some mesclun in this one, come up over the edge. Cilantro, come up over the edge with the nasturtium, and then some arugula, come up over the edge. Okay. So that's the effect that we're working at. We're going to save this for some other seeds later on. So now all the seeds have been planted, and we're going to do some watering. Remember that we already flushed them quite a bit, so we don't want to put too much on. One of the problems with overwatering in container gardens, in any garden, is that it can get a fungus, and that can cause the seeds to, once they come up, to rot and die. So we don't want to overwater, but we do want to make sure that we keep the very top of it damp throughout the incubation time right now. We're going to be keeping our container garden in a shady area until it gets all the seeds coming up and sprouting, because too much sun will harden the top of the soil and it will cause the water to evaporate. And you know, it might be difficult to water constantly all day long. You may work. So hopefully what you can do for your watering here is to water them in the morning and in the evening when you come home. And I'm not talking about a thorough wet watering at first. I'm talking about a light watering over the top. Little by little, out of the tubs, And it's just a matter of, once you've harvested, coming and replanting with some new seeds, maybe adding a little more of the potting soil so that you refresh the soil. Probably planting a different vegetable in the spot so that they're not using all the same nutrients. These little tabletop gardens, they don't really grow on their own. Just like any garden, you're going to have to give it some care.